In this episode, listen as Michael Michlitsch, Director of the Policy Management Company at Valmark, discusses lessons learned from 5 years of actively managing policies, including testimonials shared directly from Valmark member firms. Mr. Michlitsch will further elaborate on the application and role of the Policy Management Company as it relates to each testimonial.
Now that we have 5 years of experience actively managing insurance policies, I took some time to review and reflect on how the Valmark Policy Management Company has partnered with Valmark member firms and their clients. I want to share comments and testimonials from a variety of Valmark agents that best summarize the most important things that we have learned. I will provide brief perspective on how each applies to your business. Please reach out to me directly if you'd like to have a conversation about the benefits of policy management in more detail. The first learning, and likely the most exciting for your business, is policy management drives growth and new business opportunities. Recently, Fred Churchley with Valmark firm Churchley Financial shared a story about one of the largest cases he placed as a result of policy management. This excerpt highlights the role of the PMC in the process.
So sales started with a policy management company. If I wasn't doing what I believe is right by the client in determining whether or not the in-force contracts are performing as they were intended when I first sold them 10 years ago, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I think I know a lot of insurance professionals view policy management as an expense and time drain, but with the PMC, as we just shown, it can be a revenue source. The annual policy review report clearly showed where the deficiencies were in their in-force coverage. And it's a great way to differentiate my firm from other firms with my COIs and from competition. It's a great addition to my practice.
The primary objective of the PMC is not to replace policies. However, through our process of monitoring and reviewing policy performance, we have found significant new business opportunities. One member firm generated over $650,000 of production in the last year by implementing PMC recommendations. Through completing reviews and delivering recommendations, we now know that each dollar spent on managing policies has led to 2.5 times that in new life insurance production. Creating $2.50 of revenue on each dollar invested in managing policies shows that it's not only doing the right thing for clients, but it's smart from a business perspective too. The second thing we have learned from our experience is there may be serious problems within your book of life insurance business. In the last year, we encountered one of the biggest potential insurance E&O claims to date. Chris Bottaro, VP of Valmark Insurance Services, will summarize the issue and comments from the agent.
PMC uncovered and helped resolve an issue that could have led to a significant E&O claim, probably north of $1 million, and a potential client complaint. In this case, a number of things went wrong over the years that likely would not have been uncovered without a policy review until it was too late. There were errors made by the carrier, including incorrect billing and internal processing related to a blended underwriting class that stemmed from an increase in death benefits several years after the original coverage was issued. Additionally, there was an unclear premium funding design, confusing illustrations produced by the carrier, and puzzling details regarding guarantee provisions. After months of escalated work to resolve the issue with the carrier, the agent shared, "Thank goodness we had this policy managed by the PMC, because otherwise, I don't think we would have been aware of the magnitude of the problem, and I don't think we would have been able to resolve the issue without the support of our Valmark team. The ramifications for our business would have been dire if we did not have this resource."
This is one extreme situation, but we see many more common issues every day. A few examples include guarantees severely compromised by late premium payments, VUL subaccount allocations that are 100% equity and even 100% money market, and beneficiary designations that can cause costly tax ramifications. Carriers and products are not perfect, but neither are the policy owners responsible for maintaining their own personal policy. Number 3 on the list of learnings over the past 5 years is, quite frankly, you and your staff have better things to do. This includes working with clients to help them achieve their goals, building client relationships, and executing your marketing plan. David McKechnie of Beauport Financial in Massachusetts explains it best, as he shares how PMC is a leverage of his time and resources.
Well, I've been able to leverage the policy management company with an additional staff person that I had tracking and maintaining the life insurance policies. Now that person is able to help me in investment operations. We have somebody that is trained. All they do at Valmark is to manage these policies for me. So I think it's a leverage of my time. I think it's a leverage of my resources. And I think that the job is being done better at Valmark.
A partnership with the PMC allows you to expand your team and scale your offerings to clients. It brings additional expertise and resources to support the growth of your business. Ultimately, by leveraging the PMC, advisors and their staff have been able to focus on what they do best. The fourth learning is, policy management is a differentiator for your business and a competitive advantage for your firm. We have worked with Ron Ware, CEO of Wealth Impact Partners, since the inception of the policy management company 5 years ago. As a comprehensive financial planning firm, Ron and his team work closely with clients in all areas, including insurance, investments, long-term care, and business planning. Their holistic value proposition sets them apart from other financial planners.
If you have a practice like ours, whether you're doing planning or you're purely a life insurance professional, under-promise and over-deliver. Do what you said you're going to do. We all know the horror stories with life insurance, and I think it puts us in a position of greater integrity, greater professionalism. For us, it was a missing link. We felt like we had a real good capability across the board, and this has really helped us bridge a big gap that we had in this side.
We know that many agents and advisors are not providing this client-centric service, while trustees often do what is simply needed to meet the absolute minimum standards. Specifically, several of the largest cases in 2018 were earned by agents telling the policy management story to clients and key centers of influence. There were over 10 significant cases where active policy management was a differentiator that got the business. In closing, the final and most important learning over the past 5 years is active policy management as an important part of the life insurance 10X vision provides long-term value to member firms and their valued clients. The stats demonstrate this well. If we look at the results from 5 years of policy reviews on managed policies and compare those to the stats on unmanaged books of business, it is clear that the success rate suffers dramatically without an insurance professional who looks out for the best interests of their clients. On managed policies, the PMC has found that 1 in 4 in-force contracts require an action to improve the coverage for the client. This may include restructuring the current policy or obtaining new coverage. Stats from unmanaged policies that are placed by good agents with quality carriers show about 40% of policies need attention. Industry stats are much more grim. 40% of flexible premium permanent contracts are projected to lapse within the insured's life expectancy, and over 80% of the policies that do lapse each year provide no value to the owner. 5 years ago, the Valmark Policy Management Company was a concept, but we now have documented proof that it provides long-term value to clients. Larry Ripka explains the need for policy management well, as he highlights why he created the Valmark PMC.
Even the best life insurance product, perfectly designed and underwritten from a great insurance company, will not work if no one is watching it. Clients skip premiums. Things change in their life. There could be the end of a business partnership, a marriage, or a change in their financial circumstances. And we all know things change at the insurance company level. Decreased dividends, lower interest rates, cost of insurance increases. That's really why we created the Valmark Policy Management Company. It's beyond the capability of any single firm to create the systems and staffing to manage products across multiple companies.
Please reach out to the Valmark Policy Management Company team directly if you would like to have a conversation about the benefits of policy management for your firm. Email pmc@valmarkfg.com. It has been a pleasure to provide you with the 2019 New Year edition of the Valmark Voice. We hope you have found the episodes in this podcast to be insightful and informative. If you are interested in learning more about any of the items discussed, please contact Jamie Somerville, Vice President of Communications at Valmark, at jsomerville@valmarkfg.com.